Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I went and did it again, bought yet another drone. And you're probably wondering why. And I'm kind of wondering why myself a little bit. But I will attempt to explain my reasoning. If I can. You'll have to excuse me, I'm awfully tired today. I just got off the road from visiting the city and doing some shopping. But basically, after I filmed the low light video last time, I think that was about a week and a half ago, I think. Yeah, somewhere around there. Anyway, after I filmed that video, I noticed I had a problem with this guy right here, the Mini 2. See, I had forgotten it because I had let this thing sit all winter without doing anything, but this thing actually has a problem. It's a minor problem, but it's an irritating problem. And that minor but irritating problem is I cannot get the gimbal to stay centered and level with the horizon. I know there's a way to readjust it so it'll hopefully track properly again, and that used to work on this drone. But for some reason it's not working anymore. And I reminded myself real quick of that after I looked at the footage of my low light video. This plus the fact that this guy here, the Nano Plus, shoots video about 1,000 times better than this, combined with the fact that I don't know when exactly the Mini 3 Pro is even going to get here. It hasn't shipped yet. As far as I know, it's not due to be shipped until the end of June. So it could be middle of July before I get that thing. And with me effectively down to only one drone, that's not going to work for my regular photography plans. So I did the hard thing. I managed to scrape up a little extra money, and I decided to go ahead and move my 2023 plans forward. So I had no plans on getting one of the big boy drones until next year, but circumstances being what they are, I thought I'd just go ahead and rip the band-aid off, so to speak. So I got an Evo Lite Plus. Now the reason why I got this particular drone has to do with basically the way the market is right now. See, I've been looking at my channel analytics, trying to figure out how I can ever get this channel up to, you know, monetization and stuff like that. And I happened to notice something. All of my drone content is doing better than everything else, except for maybe one or two things. Like the Panasonic RX DT 901, that video is doing really well. And I can only guess it's because that model is extremely rare stateside and Canada side. And you can only get that one from Japan, and I think it's kind of rare over there even. But yeah, that video is doing well. And the other one that's doing really well is the tapped horn one. And unfortunately, tapped horns are not going to be what gets this channel monetized, unfortunately. Reason for that is because tapped horns take one heck of a long time to design and build. It takes me at least a year in order to come up with a design for those things, and I'm remembering real fast that I just don't have the time I used to, so. Tapped horns, maybe once or twice in 5 years I can do some content like that, but it's just not something I can build a channel around. Drones, however, I love playing with them. I happen to have a little bit of cash to go out and buy them, so heck yeah, why don't I just go ahead and do a bunch of drone content? And if I'm going to do drone content, it has to be something that's not only available now, but it's kind of new to the market, just so I can get people's eyeballs on my videos. So that's why I went with the Lite Plus. I would have loved to get the Evo 2 Pro, but Canada Drone does not have those in stock. And I'm not sure when they're going to be in stock, and I need something fast, so they had this in stock, so I went ahead and did it. And as far as paying for it goes, I think I'm going to probably have to sell a drone towards the end of the year in order to finish paying for this, because this took all the money I had left as extra and then some. So I've still got enough to get around and do my shooting, no worries there, but it's just I'm out of spending money now, so yes, fun, fun, fun. Now, I mentioned the RX-DT 901 real quick, and I just wanted to say I didn't just get a drone, I got another project boombox for the channel for this winter. And at the end of this video, I suppose I'll show you that real quick. But just right now, let's get into this drone. And as far as the competition for this drone goes, it's targeted at the DJI Air 2S. But I'm telling you right now, I really don't have much interest in that particular model. It's been out for a while, so I wouldn't be getting any new content for this channel beyond that which other people have already covered plenty. And I'm not convinced at all that it would be able to keep up with this one, image quality wise. So I figured, yeah, let's just double down on Autel and we'll see where we get. And as far as the Mavic 3 goes, still out of budget, that's all I can tell you. And really, this guy right here should be able to do everything I need it to. And one other thing before we open this up and actually see what's in here. Yes, I was concerned about the Canada Basic drone pilot exam, but it turns out I need not have been, because I actually did that the day after I ordered this thing. And yeah, it was one of the easier exams I've ever done, to be honest with you. I blasted through it in about 30 minutes and didn't even review all my answers, and I still got 82%, so good enough. I am legal to fly this guy. It's not legal to fly yet because there are other steps I need to take first. You have to register these with Transport Canada before you can actually go out and fly them, and you've got to print your registration number somewhere on the drone or get a sticker, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, what do we have here? This being the premium bundle, we've got a list of stuff that came with it. And we've got the charger guidelines, disclaimer and safety operation guidelines, quick start guide. This uses the same app that the Nano Plus uses, so I've already got that on my phone. It's all ready to go. All right, now let's get into the accessories here first. Okay, what do we have here? We've got the little knobs for the controller. We've got a bunch of sets of props. That's good. Always like to have extras of those, which is why I only buy premium bundles and fly more kits. We've got the usual hookup cables for your phone. We have, looks like a USB-C cable to USB-A, just like the Nano. And this makes me very happy. We have filters. Filters that are taped shut. Let me see if I can get that to come off real quick here. I'd cut through it, but I really don't want to leave this tape on the thing. And so I won't leave that tape on the thing. Okay, we've got filters. It would be nice if this thing came with a polarizer. But there's an ND16, and unfortunately there is no polarizer. I've already checked that ahead of time. So I'm going to have to try and find one if I want one, and I probably do. Let's see, what's this one? ND8. Very nice. I can already tell these are going to be fun for my enormous fingers to put on the drone. ND4 on that one. And we've got ND32 right here. So yeah, no polarizer. And I think I would like a polarizer, so I don't know when I'll get that because I'm kind of spent myself dry here, but we'll just see how things go. Now, what else do we have in here? We've got a slightly bigger charger than comes with the Nano, it looks like. One that will not come out of its packaging. And I hope you can see all this stuff. I can't exactly see the camera screen where I'm sitting right now. But yeah, that's a pretty beefy looking charger. Certainly beefier looking than the Nano comes with. And here's the actual power brick for it. It's got a different type of connector on it than you find with the Nano, of course. Not exactly sure how that works, but I'll figure it out later because I don't want to waste too much time looking at this stuff and not looking at the drone itself. Okay, what else we got? Here's the controller. Identical to the one that comes with the Nano. And I just gotta say this real quick. I'm really starting to come to like this controller. It's so ergonomic compared to the one that's on the Mini 2. And probably the one that's going to come with the Mini 3 Pro as well. I will say these tend to lose battery quicker than the DJI controllers do, but it's really not been that much of an issue so far. This might be a little different because this thing has a longer runtime than the Nano does, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Let's see what else we got. Okay, out come the batteries, and they are large batteries. Much larger than comes with the Nano, as you would expect. In fact, these are about the same size as the Nano itself. Look at that. This is a big boy drone. Although it's supposedly not quite as big as the Evo 2 Pro. But yeah, this is just like the Nano. You push the button and you get to see your charge level there. So that's nice. And I'm going to presume that there's one on the drone itself. So, oh, we forgot the power cord for the charger. That's fine. We don't need to look at that. We need to look at this big boy drone here. And if I can get it out, we will. Oh, she's a hefty one. It occurs to me I probably shouldn't be using a gray tablecloth for this. I wasn't thinking clearly on that one, was I? Probably not that easy to see this. Yeah, big drone here. Let me just see if I can get all this stuff unpacked here, and then we'll compare it with the Nano real quick. And I hope this one works, because there have been reports of bugs with this drone too, but I will say this, the Nano hasn't been buggy at all that I've seen. It's completely been working. So, how the heck do I unfold this one? And why am I thinking about unfolding it before I unwrap the props? Because those have got to come off so we can see the props. But yeah, I was actually really excited to get this one. Even more so than the Nano. Simply because A, it's got that 1-inch sensor on it, and B, I've finally got my aperture control that I've been wanting. Also, C, it's got longer flight time than the Nano does. Good Lord, they don't make this easy to get into, do they? Okay, finally got that one off. I could have just pulled them all off to begin with, couldn't I? Alright. Just go ahead and unfold if I can. This is somewhat harder than doing it with the Nano. So yeah, we've got another battery on the drone. I'm going to just peel this little thing off because I don't need it. I've already got one Autel drone, so I'm guessing it's the same way with this one, how it works. Alright, let's move these 2 extra batteries away. Alright, let me check my shot here, see if you can see the whole drone. And it looks like you can. That's taking up a lot of real estate, I'll tell you what. This is the Mini 2. Looks like a pipsqueak compared to this one. I can just about fit the whole Mini 2 underneath the drone. Let me fold it up here. Aw, ain't that cute? Now let's go ahead and compare with the Nano. Again, much smaller, which of course it would be, because it's got to stick under that 249 gram limit. Not that I need to worry about that limit anymore, because I'm fully legal to fly the big ones. How cute. How adorable. Good Lord, that's a big drone. Blows my mind that the Evo 2 Pro is even bigger than this one. But yeah, let's take a look at this. Arms feel very solid. They look to be carbon fiber, so I'm not going to get too hard on it here. Just peeling a bunch of stuff off the front and sides and stuff. Take a look at the gimbal here in a minute. Assuming I can even get in there. But yeah, what's the plan for the Mini 2? Well, I'm not actually sure about that right now. I'm going to keep it around, at least for now. I might be giving it away. I might be selling it, but considering it's got a problem with the gimbal, I'm not sure if I'd be making any money selling it. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to do with it right now. With that said, it's going to take me some time to get this drone registered. So until this drone is registered and marked in accordance with the law, I'm going to have to keep the Mini 3 ready to go, or the Mini 2, not the Mini 3. The Mini 3 isn't here yet. The Mini 3 probably won't be here until July. So, yeah. I'm going to have to keep that around for a little bit longer. and then I'll figure out what to do with it. Now let's take a look at this gimbal. Assuming I can get in there. All right, here it comes. I think here, yeah, here it comes. All right, there's your 1-inch sensor-equipped gimbal right there. Now it says 6K, but I've looked over the specs and it's really more like 5.4K, so not exactly sure why they call it 6K, but that's really of secondary concern to me. See, I can't actually render 6K content right now, or even 5.4K. I have to stick to 4K and below. Reason being, I'm still running 2 old Radeon 290s in the main computer. And they're doing okay when it comes to 4K. I mean, they're slow as heck, but they're doing okay. But when it comes to anything over 4K, they just fall right on their face. They just won't do it. I don't know if there are any newer drivers that I could install that would work, because the last time I tried to update the drivers, DaVinci Resolve couldn't even find the GPUs. So, yeah, I actually had a budget in place for a video card upgrade so I could handle that kind of footage better. But, unfortunately, I had to go and buy that Mini 3 Pro. But yeah, I already suspected at the time that my channel analytics were going to tell me that the drone content was going to bring me more viewers than anything else right now, so I just went ahead and canceled the video card and used that money to get the Mini 3 Pro. Where I got the money for this one, well, like I said before, I haven't quite gotten all the money for this one yet. So, fun times. Okay, so that's how the battery comes off this one. Got a couple of little catches here. And just slides into place like so, I think. Yeah, it just slides right into place like that. Easy peasy. Like so. But yeah, I really can't wait to get this one out and to try it. The biggest deal for me, well, one of the big deals for me, we've got a downward facing light on this. I can use that for some very creative photography with the D800 on the ground. And I'll just show you a shot right now. I made this one with somebody else's drone. He was flying it, don't worry. I was totally legal. I was just standing there shooting the camera. But yeah, the second I saw the results of that shot, I had to have something like this for myself. I thought about getting a light for this one. You can get them, but once I realized I'd be over the 249 gram limit and I would have to go for the big boy license anyway, I thought, well, no point just doing that. Why don't I just go ahead and get a bigger drone? So yeah, I guess that's our first look at the Evo Lite Plus. I cannot wait to play with this thing. This has been a long time coming for me. But unfortunately, I've got to go over to the computer right now and register this thing, make it all legal and stuff. And then I think I'll probably order a sticker from Tag My Drone just to get my little registration number on there, because I don't really want to write on this beautiful beast. Oh, what's this? Probably, yes, USB-C. Oh, where the heck does the micro SD go? Oh, here we go. Right there. I've got a 256 gig card ready and waiting for this thing, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to charge up these 3 batteries, update the firmware, because it takes one heck of a long time for an Autel drone to update firmware. That's actually one of my nitpicks with it, and probably my biggest nitpick. When Autel wants you to upgrade your firmware, they make you do it in full 3 times. The reason behind that is each battery has firmware. And rather than make it easy on you, they've decided to make it so that you have to do the whole entire package 3 times. It takes 15 minutes each. So when you're updating firmware on this thing, just check it before you're getting ready to go out. And if it needs doing, plan out a 45-minute block of time so you can get that firmware done. Because otherwise you're going to be out in the field till God knows when, and your batteries will be God knows how drained by then. You'll be irritated. Let me tell you, you'll be very irritated. Now, yeah, it's kind of sad to lose the Mini 2 based on a gimbal that ain't working, but it is what it is. I really needed an excuse to go and buy this, so it gave me one. It gave me a big one. And don't get me wrong, the Mini 2 gimbal isn't that far off. I think it's maybe half a degree at most. But it's just enough to just drive me absolutely up the wall, especially when I compare it with something like the Nano, which does not have a problem with the gimbal at all. So, yeah, I just decided let's just retire the Mini 2 and just enjoy Autel for now, and then once the Mini 3 Pro gets here, we'll enjoy that one too. And these will be my 3 new drones for the year. We'll have to see if I can do this again next year, and if I can keep doing full-time drone content, but if I can afford it, I'll give it a try. We'll just have to see how things go. So yeah, one more drone added to the party. So I'm going to shut you off real quick. I'm going to go get that boombox I was talking about, and I'll get back with you in a moment. Well folks, there it is. As promised, future project. What we have here is a Sony CFD or CFS 9000. This is a model from the mid-80s. It's got the square APM speakers in it. And I have always wanted one of these things with the APM speakers. I will freely admit that this isn't the exact model I want. I would really prefer something more like an FH7, because I've heard an FH7 way back in the 80s, and they sound phenomenal. However, the FH7 is currently way over budget, any way I look at it. So I decided, as soon as I saw this thing pop up, and it actually popped up real close to me, and for a real good price. So yeah, I just had to have this thing as soon as I saw it. There's a couple of other models from the likes of JVC that I would love to get yet, but those tend to be on the expensive side too, so I went ahead and did my first Sony. Look, it's a Sony. Says so right there. Even though it also says so right there. Whatever. So what's the problem with this unit? Well, surprise, surprise, some fries. It's to do with the cassette deck. Apparently it doesn't work. And I already know why it doesn't work, but we're going to leave that for the future video. It's got the usual bad belts, of course, but it's got more wrong with it than that. But yeah, I had to check it out real quick so I could leave feedback on the eBay auction, but don't worry, I haven't gotten inside this thing without you yet, and I won't, because I just don't have time right now. But this isn't actually what I would call a boombox. It's more of a portable component system, much like the FH7, except it's all housed in one enclosure. It's not all broken up into pieces like that unit is, at least I think. Been a while since I saw an FH7, so I don't know for sure. I can tell you the auxiliary has some channel issues on one of these channels, either left or right. I can't remember which right now, because I'm half asleep, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this one until I won't be looking forward to it anymore, because I've mentioned it before, but Sony is not my favorite electronics company to service. A lot of their stuff can be real persnickety when it comes to service. But I do have the service manual for this thing, so hopefully that's going to be enough. It should be enough. It may not be enough, because this cassette deck is known to be really temperamental. And I'm going to have to face facts right now that I may not be able to fix this thing. At least not without a parts deck, so we'll just have to see how far we get with it. But yeah, I think that's about all I have for you today. Next video, I plan to take the Nano Plus back out again. We've still got log video to explore. I think that'll be 2 videos in the future, that one. And I think the next video I want to do is exploring all the options inside the app for quick shot type stuff. Because I leaned on those quite heavily for my first year with the Mini 2, because I didn't know exactly how to fly very well manually. But yeah, a lot of you will be probably very interested in that. So that's next, and then we'll do log video after that. And honestly, I have a feeling once I get started with log video, I'll never want to shoot without it again. So we'll see how that works out. I'm excited to do that one. But I'm going to wait for a low light day for that, because I really want to try Blue Hour with it. The day after I shot my low light video, I actually had the Nano Plus out for some more Blue Hour shooting. I was waiting for thunderstorms to show up, and I'll show that footage to you on screen right now. But yeah, just the image quality out of that thing is just so phenomenally better than the Mini 2 that I'm really not that broken up about losing the Mini 2. It's just, the Nano Plus is so much better in every single way I can think of, except maybe user friendliness. But that's minor to me. I'd rather have something that gives me great video and photography than something that's easy to use any day. We'll see if the Mini 3 Pro can keep up with it, but yeah, I'm really, really, really excited about the Lite Plus, because I think they're promising 10-bit log video with that thing. And boy, do I hope they come up with a way to do that, because I would love to have that kind of quality, especially off of a 1-inch sensor. Anyhow, I best stop rambling and take this table down and take these lights down so I can watch some Stranger Things. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.